how are you doing in this season right now of life with
Oh,
mamahood?
That's a big question. We're going into Q4. And at Higher Dose, this is our busiest quarter. It's been weird. Like, I don't know if things are different with, obviously I know things with the economy are changing and inflation. And I just think that people are more price sensitive right now. So, we've been actually pretty stressed because we've seen kind of sales drop and conversion go down in the last little bit. So that's some like real things that we've needed to work through. Kind of figured that our products and our business is more like recession proof because it's like health and wellness and, working on yourself. But I just think that currently people are more price sensitive, and the reality of Higher Dose is that we have higher price point wellness tech products.
Absolutely.
The lowest starting at like 300 and then 500. So, it is quite expensive to a lot of people, and we understand that, but it totally pays for itself within like 3, 4, 5 sessions.
Yeah.
So,
well, I kind of want to get into it because I want to know, for everyone that's listening, and obviously this is the Brave Table, so Brave Conversations, like what prompted you, or what was the inspiration behind starting a female biohacking company?
Yeah, well, it didn't start out as that.
Okay.
Even though I've always kind of considered myself a biohacker, it started out as more of an infrared sauna business. So I used to work for a health and wellness startup called Aloha, and my job was the product development.
Oh, Aloha, the packet.
Yeah.
Oh my
that we're
gosh.
going back like 10, 11 years now, which is kind of crazy. So I was like the second person to be hired there.
Okay.
So my job was to pick the brains of the most influential wellness experts, doctors, naturopaths, fitness experts on what's the next trending technology, products, ingredients, XYZ. And I discovered the infrared sauna back then, which was like 12 years ago. And I've never heard of it before, which I thought was crazy because I'm such a sauna person living all around the world doing saunas. It was such a big part of my culture.
Right.
And, when I went to look up the only one that existed in New York City, there was only one that was in a colonic center, like behind a curtain in a basement, really bad experience. But I went and tried the sauna and was just immediately hooked. I felt like there was nothing in the wellness industry that immediately made me feel that good, that could help me with my sleep, where I felt calm and relaxed in New York City.
Yeah.
My skin was glowing. I was just like,
give me
how
more
does
of this.
everyone not know about this? Like,
wait, and was it regular sauna or was it the
it was an infrared sauna. Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us the difference? What is the difference between a regular and an infrared sauna?
Yeah, so infrared is actually a light therapy. It's on the invisible light spectrum, so it replicates the healing benefits of the sun. So it raises your core body temperature as opposed to traditional heat, which heats the air, which is a superficial way to heat the body. It's a much less natural way to the body. So that's why it feels like really aggressive and exhausting, and you have to use a much higher temperature for traditional saunas to induce the same type of deep therapeutic detoxifying sweat that you can get with an infrared sauna. Plus, it's a light therapy, so your eye picks up on the invisible light spectrum, so you release the same happy chemicals that you get when you're outside on a sunny day.
So you don't have to like cover your eyes when you're in an infrared sauna.
Opposite.
Okay.
No, you want your eyes to pick up on that invisible light, because what happens when you're out in the sun is you release happy chemicals. You release things like serotonin and dopamine, and these are very important, which is why there's such things as like happy lights on your desk, right? Is because you want to expose yourself to that light spectrum because it's very primitive, very primal. We all feel really good in the sun and on sunny days. It's actually one of the most healing things. And it sucks because like all we hear about is like skin cancer and, being in the sun is going to, cause damage, which of course prolonged sun exposure is definitely going to do that. But actually exposing yourself to the sun without sunglasses or sunscreen on for like 20 to 30 minutes a day is probably one of the healthiest biohacks you can do.
So it is. So sun is really good for us.
Just in smaller doses, yes.
And are there particular times of day where sun exposure is better?
Yeah, they say that like you want to expose yourself when the sun's at the most powerful. So that's between like 11 and 2 p.m. That's if you're specifically wanting to expose yourself for like 20 to 30 minutes to get all the health benefits that you get from the sun.
Or you can have infrared sauna. And you can...
Infrared sauna and red light therapy do replicate the healing light spectrum of the sun. So both are very important, But red light is a little bit different than infrared, so I don't want to get people too confused. But just teasing out that we did launch a red light face mask because there's amazing benefits for red light and skin and feeding the mitochondria, which produces ATP, which is energy, which means all your cells are operating better. But it's also a beauty light too. It makes your skin really like soft, dewy, glowing. It's an anti-aging tool. So yeah, who doesn't want that? Yeah.
I know. And you have a special code for our audience as well, which we'll share later on in the show notes.
Yes, we do. Yeah, you guys got to check it out. If you don't know what infrared red light therapy and PEMF are, check out Higher Dose because you guys will fall in love with this wellness tech.
See you next time at the Brave Table.